Good afternoon. Welcome to the October 13th meeting of the Milledgeville Rotary Club of Milledgeville. Please stand, silence your cell phones, and Nolan Stevens is our Rotarian of the day. Nolan?
Join me in prayer. This will be brief. Thank you, Father, for this week we have to see. Thank you for blessing Rotary. And God bless America. Amen.
Amen. Pledge, it's over here.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and all. Join me in the four-way test. First,
Is it true?
Second,
Is it fair to all concerned?
third,
Good, better friendships
fourth,
will be beneficial to all concerned.
fifth.
Is it fun? All right. Thank you, Fielding. That's all right. Okay, as you sit down, remember to dump your spare change in the cart buckets and cart cups that are out there. Greg, are we ready with any guests in our raffle? All right, bring it on.
First of all, let me say I've gotten a lot of feedback that the invoices I just sent out are inaccurate on the basis of, I'm going to go back and look them all and resend them all back out again. We've been playing with an online version, a desktop version. I think going back and forth, we lost some data, but we'll get it fixed. Anyhow, we got 4 guests. Jack, if you'll recognize your three.
Sure. So my next door neighbor, Wade Brewer, was the most recent president of Henry County's Rotary.
Nice.
He's just moved into a beautiful home that he built, and he's got 2 sons. They look a little bit alike. Parker and Pierce. They've started a business here in Milledgeville, and I think that they are prospects to join the club. So, Crystal, there you go.
Okay, and Aaron, you got a guest?
Yeah, I've got, voice and she's my office manager or unofficial title right on my brain. You don't hear that, but right.
Okay, we're gonna have Freeman draw. Thank you. My glasses on. Okay, Paul, you listening? Where they are? Okay. 711. 711. There we go.
Oh, Eric. New blood.
All right, looking for the Queen of Hearts. And you got the Ace of Spades. All right.
Ah. Yeah. All right.
Oh,
Getting closer. We're getting closer. All right, William, any prayer requests?
Yeah, we went on Stratton since we're gonna get tomorrow.
Yeah.
She had a stroke and then turned into pneumonia. She has pneumonia, and I think it's called in hospital. So we asked for us to remember him and his family.
Yeah. No, he's been on the road a lot, back and forth to North Carolina.
That's where he is now.
Yeah. Bless it. All right. Any community announcements, events coming up?
Well, I'll just say thank y'all for all of the candy donations that y'all brought in. That was pretty awesome. The kids are gonna really love it at the Early Learning Center. We're collecting candy for them because they were still unable to go out and trick or treat downtown. So I'm collecting, Aaron and I are collecting candy all the way up until October 26th. And I'll put the brochure, little flyer on your table, and if you can't drop it off here, there's a list of locations to where you can drop it off. Thank y'all so much.
Nice. In the community, I think this decision was made after the last board meeting, but just so you know, Rotary is an official sponsor of Deep Roots. This year we did that, and we are also sponsoring the oh god, I just had a brain fart. The 5K at GMC. What's it called? Will Robinson. Thank you. We are also sponsoring that race, and that race gets us 3 entries. I'm taking one of them. I need 2 more runners or walkers. And I actually asked Wendell, but because of the situation with his mom, he wasn't sure, whatever. So if you're interested in running or walking the 5K, it's a good course. It's a little challenging course, but it's good. So yeah, just let me know if you're interested in that. All right. I hear giggling. It's a fun course. All right. Club business. Aaron, I'm going to turn it over to Aaron for club business.
All right, so when they asked me to be the president-elect, they told me I really didn't have to do anything, and they were giving me a break since I was the conference chair. Okay, I'm gonna tell you, they lied. So I am in charge of the Rotary raffle this year. And honestly, I'm gonna be honest and just be frank. This is my first year. I'm really excited about it. And the reason is because I did not understand it. I just thought, man, I gotta sell these tickets. They always want to sell something. Blah, blah. And you know, I've working for Keith so long, I was kind of tired of selling stuff. But I sat down with the people who started the Rotary raffle, and I gained a good understanding of why we do the raffle, why it's important, not only for the club, the members, the community, and what the overall goal is. And so that made me really excited about the raffle. Then I had the task of sorting out 1,000 tickets. And then I realized we had 19 new members over this past year. Thank you, Crystal. 19. So probably, I don't know if this is the first time we had this problem or not, but I didn't have enough tickets. So I had to ask some of the older members, hey, could you give me some tickets? You know, just to give the new members their opportunity to sell 10 tickets. Now, some of the older members, if you sold last year and you didn't sell 10 tickets, you got what you sold last year. If you want more tickets, please ask us. We'll get you more tickets. But I know some people buy their own tickets, different things. So if you're an older member, you got what you got last year. I did my best to make sure everybody got the same numbers. It took me a little while, but I did my best because I know that's important. People like their numbers.
Yeah, Lynn.
Yeah. And Lynn did donate a lot back to me. So Lynn and Nick Goble and some of the others who sell a lot, they gave back tickets so that y'all can have tickets to sell. So it's really fun. It's going to be really fun this year. I'm gonna make sure of that. So let me
We'll be fun, by God.
about it.
Yeah.
Who's never participated? How many of 19 members do I got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Have y'all ever heard of the raffle? Do you know anything about it? Yeah. He had to go through that too. He had to go through that because he always sold to me, but that's okay. You know, Lacey's got a good bit of tickets. So, anyway, so let me tell you about the raffle, why the raffle was created. It was created because, do y'all know what our district governor's motto is this year? Tell us.
Imagine.
Nope, that's our
international president.
What's Heather's? Anybody?
Dream big, serve big.
Dream big, serve big. So I thought about that and I thought that's exactly what the Rotarians were doing when they started the Rotary raffle, because they wanted a way to raise a large sum of money with minimum effort so that we could help our community. And their overall vision was a Rotary Park. So we've got a committee together, right, who is working on what we're going to do with this money we've saved up over the years, because now we do have a substantial amount. And the goal is to get matching funds for that money so that we can make a huge presence in our community through a park or some other project like that. Me personally, I'd love to see water park. That's just my opinion. So that's why it started. So that's gonna be great, right? You know, when's the last time we had a huge project? Was it Peace Summit? So this is our opportunity to like really make a difference. So let me tell you how the Rotary raffle helps the community. And I made this extra small, I can't even read it.
I got some readers in there.
You got some readers here. Okay, I think I know anyway. So it helps the community. We purchase the prizes from local businesses. They are not donated to us. We purchase all these prizes. Anybody curious what kind of prizes? Yep. Okay, so we get really, really, really correct prizes. So sweet, guy. I can't read that.
Beretta 12 gauge, from Baines. Baines, we actually get a lot from Baines. They've been a partner in this for a long time. We get sunglasses, cups, guns, a variety of stuff from
When she says
Baines.
sunglasses, she's talking about Costa sunglasses.
Yeah, we're not, we're talking, good. Yes, his and hers sunglasses, yep. Ace Hardware does a Yeti of some variety every year, and the Tundra Hall, Yeti chairs. Oconee Outfitters gives us a kayak package. JC Grant always gives beautiful jewelry, which I'm very bummed I haven't won any of that yet.
That's what I want.
All right.
They
yeah.
still do that, big green egg, or some kind of grill.
Yeah, somebody gives us a big green egg. Southside Equipment always gives really great equipment, chainsaws. We always get furniture. Chick-fil-A always gives a year of weekly combos for 2, and they do that several times over. Pamlico Pools gives us fire pits. We get Atlanta Braves packages through Lowe's. It's these prices are not something to sniff at.
Yeah, and so when we purchase that money is going back into our community. Now it also helps the community because the money that doesn't go back to buy the prizes, that is the money that we use to give donations and to work on service projects. And we put some money aside for our big projects fund, which is what we're talking about now, what we're gonna do with that money. How does selling the tickets help you and our club? Okay, so does everybody know what Paul Harris Fellow is in the foundation by now? Is there anybody that doesn't? No, okay, so every ticket you sell, up to 10 tickets, $10 goes to the foundation on your behalf. So if you sell 10 tickets, then that's $100 that goes to the foundation on your behalf. If you're not currently a Paul Harris Fellow, and I think we have a goal of getting 100% participation this year in the Paul Harris Fellows. If you're not currently a Paul Harris Fellow and you sell 40 tickets, $1,000 will be donated on your behalf and you'll become a Paul Harris Fellow. So that's pretty awesome. It helps the club because some of that grant money comes back to us in future years, so that's money we can do other service projects with. Am I missing anything, Keith?
You're doing great.
Okay, all right, and then, but there are a few rules, okay, so here are the rules to the Rotary raffle ticket. Every member is responsible for 4 tickets, either buy or sell 4 tickets, every member. Every new member has been given 10 tickets. All past members have been given the same tickets they sold last year unless they gave some back to me so that I could disperse them. So, okay, 4 tickets, right? Everybody in for 4 tickets? Yep, 4 tickets. Okay, the first turn-in date. I would like the first turn-in date to be the Thursday before Thanksgiving. That meeting, I want all your money and tickets turned in to me. If you don't sell your tickets, I want your tickets turned in by that day, by that Thursday. That gives us a chance to redistribute them and sell them. Somebody else can sell them. The second turn-in date is by the Thursday before Christmas. So the redistributed tickets will be handed out, and I want all tickets sold and turned in by the Thursday before Christmas. We all good there? Good? Okay. If you do not turn in your tickets, sell your tickets, turn in your money, you are responsible for your tickets after that last turn-in date. So the Thursday in December, if you have not turned in your tickets, sold your tickets, turned in your money, you will be billed for those tickets. So we're all responsible adults. We can either turn in our tickets or turn in our money, right? So everybody agree that? Good. So not too bad, right? Okay. Fun. That's the fun part come into play, right? All right. I know, right? Okay, so everybody that sells and turns in their money for 10 tickets in the next 2 weeks, by the 2 meetings from now, we're gonna buy you a Rotary polo shirt. So it's pretty cool. I like mine personally, you know, you may not think it's fun, William, I don't care, but I like mine. If you
Everybody's gonna have fun except for William.
So if you would like a Rotary polo shirt, and I see people dishing out good money for these things at the different district conferences, they go crazy over them. We will buy you a shirt. I'll have a few choices. You can pick out which one you want, and we'll get you a Rotary polo shirt. Okay, now for a little bit more fun. All right, so the 2 people who sell the most tickets is gonna get a big surprise. I'm not gonna tell you what it is yet.
No.
I know one of the things is something Keith Barlow has asked me for, so that's a little hint. Yeah, oh wow, hear that? It's hard to impress him too. So the other prize is a surprise that Jennifer is donating. So there are like some good prizes for those who sell the most tickets. So if you don't turn in your tickets, give it to somebody who wants to sell more tickets because they're in for a good prize. And then I may throw some little surprises in along the way as well. So that's what I got for you. We have your tickets. Me and Joy will be in the back at the end. Come by, get your tickets. I made it super easy for you guys, okay? There. Lynn.
Lynn Chandler.
I tell you what, Lynn, I'll also throw in a prize for the person who turns in all their tickets first. Because he did give a lot back. I don't know if that's a good thing for him or not, but he still has a lot of tickets.
It's a full of it.
I know.
I know.
Just bring them to me.
Don't sell for
Okay, so everybody has a list, right? There's a list. The name over here is your name. This is the ticket number you have. Right next to it, you will see who purchased the ticket last year, their email address and their phone number. Everything's not 100% complete because it wasn't 100% complete, but you have your list. You can call your person and most likely they will still purchase the same tickets they purchased last year. I was kind of proud. I gave him Kimmy's. That's an easy sell, right?
Is there a way to sell online or electronically?
There is a way to sell online electronically. Okay, so if you collect cash or checks, take it to Kristen or Greg. Kristen's the keeper of the tickets, Greg's the money guy. If you want to sell online, contact Nick Goble. His number's on this flyer. Everybody can get a flyer. His number's on the flyer. Text him, call him, or either send a message to the Rotary Facebook group, and he will make sure you get the link, the Venmo link to pay online. So he is still doing that role like he did last year. Prize list will be to you through your email within a week.
How do you know when they pay Venmo?
He's gonna email you back. He was very good about that last year.
Yeah.
You know, about turning back tickets in to do refund. What if people are talking to each other and can they share each other's tickets or pass them to somebody like Twitter that want to turn back in to redistribute?
No, turn it back into me.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
for tracking.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it can get out of control real quick. Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you for that. Okay, any other questions? Anybody want to go?
You know, everybody, when you're doing your tickets, whatever, to get to the point where you're not selling. I guess the big problem we've had in the past, we all of a sudden think we have all the tickets sold, we all of a sudden somebody walks in and hands us 20 tickets and we go, we thought we were sold. So if you have a problem, go talk to some of us, say, I talk to your tickets, whatever, we're trying to help you out and give them distribute out to other people. It's that supply, you get it in, when we get everything sold and all of a sudden we thought yours was sold and you call us and say, well, I feel lay on my desk, I can't do anything with them.
Yeah.
So we need, we're just trying to get, avoiding that problem in the year you know.
And that's why I asked for the first turn-in date. So I'm gonna be asking everybody for their tickets at that date if they haven't sold. But yeah, that's a good point. So don't even wait till that date. If you know you got a problem, see Bobby, see Keith, see Laura, see
Yeah.
William, who else? See Lynn,
I know she
see
said-
Kristen.
I know she said the second turn-in day,
Mhm.
but by that day.
They need to be sold.
Yeah,
No,
Don't worry.
yeah.
Well, that's what,
That puts everybody on the.
I mean,
TikTok.
everybody's definitely here, anybody else, we've had that deal every year.
Mhm.
Last minute. We were January 1st, and we got all of a sudden we find 10 tickets we thought were not sold, so we're scrambling to get 10 tickets sold. So we're just, you know,
well, me and Kristen promise you that won't happen this year. How about that?
I'll give you a prize.
Okay.
No.
Look, I want a prize too. I'm not gonna do that.
This year, all
Huh?
the prizes, like,
Yeah, we are.
Aaron, I just want to say, make a statement that, you really, and your team have thought through this. And I want to thank you for your leadership.
Oh,
It's,
thank you.
sounds like you've done a great job.
Yeah.
Since I'm one of the new members, when are the prizes going to start to be drawn for the tickets that we're selling?
The first Friday in January. So the way it works is every Friday, the midday cash 3 number, whatever that number is, whoever has that ticket, they win. So it'll start the first Friday in January and run through the last Friday in December. And also, Michelle is gonna help us out. She's gonna call the member and make sure they know they won, and she's also gonna call the business and make sure they know who won, and she's gonna ask them to send us a photo so we can use them as photo ops for social media.
Yeah, when the winner picks up their items.
So that's going, I'm gonna put the communication. All right, any more questions? If not, I know Carla.
Yeah.
Sorry, just to clarify, all the money and tickets from Kristen and I,
Yes,
yeah,
right,
okay.
right.
Last year we had, I think, group reflecting and they somehow kind of made them.
Yes.
It was kind of important. The other thing is, do we have a way of following up on prizes that were not collected by the winners?
She's gonna keep up with that.
Okay.
That's Michelle's job.
We can claim those prizes. Then back to the club and maybe back to the walk of party.
Yeah,
Mhm.
something like that.
I think we all,
We don't have to buy them, Bob.
do what,
I said, we actually don't have to buy them.
do what?
Just keep the money instead of buying the prize.
Yeah, I mean, they'll pick it up, we can get the money back, we can take the prize and re-auction off, whatever you want to do with it. But being, I think I'm one of them, and there's 4 others in here to get all the prizes. We usually, when I go to do the renewal or go see my customers every again this year, I always make sure that I check to see if all the prizes were picked up in the last year, just so we don't have.
Yeah.
It's good to check up, not, because I did have one 2 years ago that somebody ever picked up and they get locked in January, so they can hold it all year, so.
Well,
Y'all have any more questions, please see me after the meeting. Do we have any other club business?
no.
No, if not, I would like to introduce our guest today. I haven't got to do that in a while. So, everybody knows Carla Walter. Everybody may not know that Carla has taken the position of Executive Director for Allied Arts. And I'm really super excited about it because I've seen other centers who have really cool art programs in their communities. She's a very artistic lady. She's got big plans. I've heard some of them. So Carla, you want to come tell us about it?
Awesome.
Thanks for that introduction, Karen. On your table, you have these, keychains, key rings, and these are a result of working with, Miss Erin and Miss, Joy to get these ready. So I would really appreciate it if you don't leave them on the table. That means, can you put them in your pocket, put them in your purse, give them to your kids or whatever, because if you leave them on the table, then I have to take the call back to you. Anyway, so, I am Carla Walter, and I have been new executive director of Milledgeville, Baldwin County Allied Arts, Inc. And I've been there for about 6 weeks. I started on August 28th or 29th or something of that nature. And here we are today. So I'm waiting for this. Just want to.
So, like.
Yeah.
Back to the.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, I hope it's right. If not, then we'll just wing it. Yeah, there we go. So just to let you know, and many of you already know about Allied Arts. Most people know about Allied Arts if they've been living in Milledgeville for longer than me, which is pretty much everybody in this room. I came to Milledgeville a year and a half ago, or a little over a year and a half ago. But anyway, we're a nonprofit organization, and we were established in 1986, and we had our first meeting in 1987. Our general mission is to provide arts, literary, performing, heritage, and visual arts for everyone in our community. And we want to offer very inclusive programs for everyone. So we don't discriminate at all. This is a thing that we're getting used to saying. We don't discriminate. We look to serve everyone from every walk of life. We have an 11-member board, and the board members are selected and vetted through the city of Milledgeville. Some of you already kind of know about this arrangement with the city of Milledgeville, which is, we're a part of the city, but we're not. So our budget is, we receive around $175,000 from the city of Milledgeville, and we use that money to provide programming and pay for staff and so forth. But we need to use other income, earned and unearned income, to make sure we're able to round out our offerings. We are located in the Marler House, and if you don't know where that is, it's on the corner of, help me out, let's see, Floyd L. Griffin and Wayne. There you go. And so down the street from the police station. We also have the Friends of Allied Arts. The Friends of Allied Arts are our fundraising sort of donor board. They have their own council, and they work closely with us and the board to get this done. Now, I know that everybody in here is on their phone, or they have a phone, and a lot of times it's easier to do your phone rather than, other things. So we have a website, milledgevillallied.com. You can go there and take a look at it if you like. We also have a new Instagram and a new Facebook. Our new Instagram account is @AlliedArtsMilledgeville, and our Facebook is Milledgeville Baldwin County Allied Arts. It's very important for you to recognize the new accounts. And that's all I'm going to say about that. So my vision is to really partner with the community and the board and everyone who's involved to bring these relevant programs to our community. We, as you know, you may not know, all of our buildings, the Marler House, the Marler Cottage, Allen's Market, and the Floyd Griffin Jr. Heritage Plaza, those are all in the historic district. So we are really wanting to take advantage of those assets to leverage them and have that be part of what attracts people to the city. And so we're working with Carly Schultz and Rebecca Schneider, who you'll hear from next week, to help get that going. We're looking at programming and all sorts of things, from culinary to digital arts to making music on your phone or doing a video on your phone. We want to be a beacon for these artists who are talented in these ways. And we also basically do this because arts are a way to provide well-being and uplift your spirit. So that's our tagline, enhancing artistic expression. I didn't really just come up with that on my own, in case you were wondering. Okay. So we have some things coming up. This is a very quick presentation. We're really excited about our wine and cheese reception, and right there you can use your phone and go to the QR code and sign up to come to that. That's on October 28th from 7 to 9. We'll have some artwork for you to look at, some good wine and some good cheese. You can meet our board. Of course, you can always donate It's free to enter, free to attend, but we do ask for donations. We're having a watercolors class with Dana Thompson. She's going to be teaching that class on Saturday, October the 29th from 10 to 2. You're going to leave with pieces of art that you can take home with you that are themed for the season. So Halloween or All Hallows Eve or what have you. Then the one I'm really excited about is paint a toy truck. Okay. We ordered our toy trucks. We have them in my office and we're going to bring them first Friday because we're going to start participating in first Friday. I've asked Carly to put the fire trucks and the whatever trucks down by the plaza. And we're going to have these kits out there for the kids, children. Okay, children to paint, not adults, children to paint. I'm really excited about that because, you know, it has like two paintbrushes and the little paints and the wood truck and everything. So that's happening because we want to be able to do things like this as well as offer educational experiences. We're going to be having cartooning with Mr. Ollie, holiday card making with Dr. Audrey Crumbly. And then we're going to have our holiday open house, and there's the music there is going to be provided by the Bowman and Hill Experience. Now, if you've come to an event here, we came to an event last Christmas and they were, or sometime, I can't remember. Anyway, they were the music. And you know how they have here in the club where you come in the evening and the band is like right here and everybody else is kind of standing up here and the band is playing and we're all like this dancing. Well, that's what's going to happen at the Marlowe House. So we're going to have a really great time. They're really good at getting us, you know, playing music that we like to hear, and that's, you know, involves, you know, our history, if you will. So those are coming up, and there's other ones. I don't have them all on here, but we're working really hard to get back to our robust offerings. So this is a survey. I do want you, if you didn't go to the Instagram or whatever, I do want you to take your phone right now and go to this to this QR code, because it's a very quick survey. It's not like if then that. It's a drop down. What do you want to see? Literary, fine, performing, heritage. Just click a few. You can click all of them if you want. And then at the bottom, there's a little space for you to say, well, I really like this kind of art, and this is really what I want to see. Because A, you'll be my guinea pigs testing it out. And B, when we start talking about putting a strategic plan together and looking at our capital campaigns and so on like that, we'll have some data about what the community is looking for. So as I said, we're going to go quickly through this. So our opportunities, of course, capital campaign, we're going to be putting that together. As I mentioned, we're in these historic buildings and they need some TLC, if you will. And usually the TLC is going to be somewhere around $1.5 to $2.5 million per building. So that's a lot of TLC. You guys know what TLC is, right? Okay. And then, of course, we have our operations. We're working on putting together our grants to cover, you know, our administrative fees and furniture and things of that nature. Artists and events, we want to make sure our artists are paid. Every artist that comes that does a class or a workshop or a residency or what have you, we're wanting to make sure that they're compensated in a reasonable way, right? We are using public funds generally. Of course, we would love to have an endowment, and we also would like to have major donors. Now, we have all sorts of opportunities for sponsorships, and that's what this little heart is, for you to show us some love. So anyway, that's kind of where we're going with what we're going to be seeing in the future, and not too far into the future, I hope. Are there any questions that I can answer in a public space?
Well, the survey link works. I just did it.
Oh, good. Okay, great. Thank you.
Jennifer, can you include all of our QR codes in your email?
Yes.
Any questions? Yes.
You were talking about the buildings and renovating. Do you have a big little project or?
I think, actually, yes, I appreciate that question. So the Marler Cottage is the short house next door, and it has a front apartment inside. And in the back, there's a studio space where apparently they used to teach ceramics. There's a ceramic wheel in there and some other things. So we want to make that available for artists and residents right away. And B, to make that space accessible for teaching ceramics or sculpture or what have you. That's a big deal. Yeah. The second priority, since you asked, the second priority would be the Marlar House itself. And then at the same time, would probably be the Allen's Market. We need to do some deep dive into the structure there. Any other questions? Well, let me just ask you, since you're sitting here, what kind of art would you like to see or experiences would you like to see at Allied Arts or in the community?
Jewelry making,
Jewelry making.
specifically like working with the silver medals.
Okay.
Carla, can you hear me?
I answered that I'd like to see like not just a one-time class, like a 5-week session on any topic.
Okay.
Sip and paint.
Sip and paint.
Yeah.
The classes involved with adults with their children. I mean, because like, and this was a long time ago. Because when I was growing up, my dad lived downtown, and it used to be, I don't know where it's right next door to whatever that jewel hall is now, the wine room, whatever it is. There used to be, that used to be part of it, huh?
Green Street.
Well, it's on Green Street, but it used to be part of that was part of the county, and I went to art school during the summertime. They had arts classes all through summer. It's kind of late. I know what it was to keep me out of the house. And yeah, because I had worked with Dad, and I stayed, and they put an art, and we did this different art classes throughout the summer, different things, and wood, whatever, clay, and I didn't know if there's something like that, or y'all involved with that, if that's somebody else's now.
I mean, right now the canvas is blank, so we could put anything on it that we want. Some people feel comfortable being an adult in a class with, people who are under 18 to a certain point. Other people want to do a parent and me, so it's completely open. I like to think about it as having some for children and some for adults, but in the summer, that's a whole curriculum thing that we could think about. Yeah. Anybody else? I know y'all ready to go. I'm ready to go. Okay, thank you so much, everyone.
All right, thank you, Carla. Okay, we'll get you your book and your pen in a minute. Okay, guests, thank you for coming. Was it Wade, Parker, and Pierce, and Joy? Thank you for coming. See Aaron before you leave. Get your tickets. This is very, very important. We are the largest and most impactful service organization in this community. This is how we do that. So get your tickets, sell them. Couple of tricks I learned from Bobby over the years. These things make great stocking stuffers. Also, even though the first turn-in date is the Thursday before Thanksgiving, take the tickets with you to your family Thanksgiving and sell them there. That works really well too. There's little tips I've picked up from him over the years. Let's see. Please remember Wendell and his family, and sell your tickets in the next 2 weeks and get a polo. Jimmy? Really?
Oh, wow.
Oh, happy birthday, Lynn. All right, and our quote for today is from Walt Disney. If you can dream it, you can do it. Go make a difference.